It's a brand new day. Got the world on my mind. Ain't no time to play. Chasing dreams, running fast, feeling no delay. Watchdog Wednesday. Rise and shine. It's a brand new day. Got the world on my mind. Ain't no time to play. Chasing dreams, running fast, feeling no delay. Rise and shine.
All right, guys, we are live. I've got an echo on my end, but it doesn't appear that the echo is on your end. So let me know in the comment section. I will pin it. Something freaky is going on with StreamYard. I don't know what's up. I'm trying to fix it. All right, there we go. I think that's better. All right, you guys, we're about to do this.
Rise and shine. It's a brand new day. Got the world on my mind. Ain't no time to play. Chasing dreams, running fast, feeling no delay. Rise and shine. It's a brand new day. Got the world on my mind. Ain't no time to play. Chasing dreams, running fast, feeling no delay. Hello, can you hear me? 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 Hello, can you hear me?
All right, it's going to be silent. I hear feedback on my end. I just want to make sure it's not on your end, so stand by. All right, guys, I have confirmed, even though I can hear this on my end, it is not on your end. It's going to drive me nuts. So what we're going to do is good morning, everyone, and welcome back to West Virginia Wire. My name is Regina Connell, and this morning we are diving into the events that unfolded last night. Breaking news. The federal government has officially shut down. What now? You guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to bring my lady in waiting AI co-host. I've got to figure out a way to fix this. I don't know if I can leave the studio and come back. I may have to just restart this whole live stream, or I may just do a recording, because this is driving me crazy. You guys, thanks for joining. Let me check sound one more time. Okay, I'm going to suffer through. The show must go on. So we do have good sound. So you guys, we have breaking news. We're unpacking what this government shutdown could mean for you. What does it mean for your family and the country at large? Stick around, because this shutdown isn't just about politics in D.C. It's about whether everyday Americans can keep moving forward while Congress grinds to a halt. So there's been a lot of chatter. They've been Chuck Schumer's name has been thrown around a lot. Hakeem Jeffries. If I'm talking funny, it's because I hear myself echoing in until I can figure out how to kick the other me out of the studio. I'm going to push forward. So let's get our soundtrack in the back while I see if I can figure this out. I'll show you some clips from what's been going on currently. I thought we'd just start with what people are saying and what the news is reporting right now. And are they telling us the truth? Stay tuned. Let's find out together. Let's jump in. Me first.
Watchdog Wednesday. Rise and shine. It's a brand new day. Got the world on my mind. Ain't no time to play. Chasing dreams, running fast, feeling no delay. We're the watchdogs, always watching what they say. Eyes wide open, we're taking what's ours. Breaking through the silence, aiming for the stars. The grind don't stop, we're living in the scars. On Watchdog Wednesday, we're raising the bars. We're the ones who won't back down, taking back the night and we're standing our ground. Every step, every move, we're breaking new sound. On Watchdog Wednesday, we're running this town. We're the ones who won't back down, taking back the night and we're standing our ground. Every step, every move, we're breaking new sound. On Watchdog Wednesday, we're running this town. Every roadblock, every lie they feed, we rise above it, we plant the seed. Truth in the hustle, in the blood we bleed. On this path, we're the change they need. Eyes wide open, the time is now. Breaking every chain, we're standing proud. No more silence, no more bowed. On Watchdog Wednesday, we speak it loud. We're the ones who won't.
All right, everybody, we're getting ready. I'm going to suffer through this echoing. I'll probably get used to it by the end of the broadcast. Any of you guys that do any kind of work like this, you know it will drive one mad. All right, so I've got Mary Beth on the phone. I've got her on the live stream with us. Mary Beth, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them what we're going to be talking about regarding the government shutdown, what led up to it. Tell us about a minute or two what you know. And you in the comment section, tell us what you know. Let's talk about it.
Absolutely, my lady. All right, folks, so I'm Mary Beth, and we're diving into the whole government shutdown situation today. I'll give you a quick run through of what led up to this point, you know, the debates, the funding clashes, and why we're here. And hey, jump into the comments and let us know what you all think, because we're going to chat about it together. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. So let's talk numbers. Roughly 750,000 federal employees are furloughed, which means sent home without pay. The FAA is furloughing about 11,000, sorry about that, 11,000 workers, so air travel could get bumpy, literally and financially. And we just released a piece regarding what requirements, what is required now if you want to take a flight, what's been implemented already in the UK. So tell us what you think about all of this. Let me show it real quick if I can find it. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Hold on, Mary Beth. Stand by, my lady. Yeah, so we did digital chains for workers. UK rolls out mandatory digital IDs. So, you know, we were a little taken aback with that. So non-essential government services are shuttered while essential workers are stuck working without a paycheck. I don't know exactly what that means. This fight cuts deep into healthcare policy. Let's talk about this healthcare policy. Healthcare for who? Medicaid funding is being slashed, hitting low-income Americans hard. Really? Is it the Americans it's hitting hard, or illegal migrants? Healthcare benefits for I'm not even going to say undocumented. I'm going to say illegal immigrants are being cut. And even funding for transgender operations. What does that even mean? Both domestic and abroad. Look, if you want to cut your body parts off, you want to change yourself to whatever you think you can, you should have to pay for it. Not my husband or any other taxpayer. And it should be a choice. All right, let's keep going. All right, where were we? So yeah, both domestic and abroad, like in Peru, what are on the chopping block. Democrats call it cruel. Republicans call it fiscal responsibility. And here we are, stuck in the middle. Beyond politics, the ripple effects are huge, from delayed food assistance to slowed federal court cases. And we're going to talk about that too, because if the federal court cases for immigration is slowed down, what does that mean? At the end of the day, the taxpayers are paying for it. And my husband and I keep talking about, no tax on tips. Well, what about no tax on bonuses, commission? He works off of salary, and still, we should have a choice. It should start locally. So the questions I will pose to local West Virginians, Governor Patrick Morris say, you ask a lot from the federal government. You rely on suing as sources to generate revenue for the state of West Virginia. What are you going to do now? Huh? So let's keep going. Sorry if I'm talking funny. The stupid feedback. Let's ask Mary Beth. Mary Beth, thank you for the like. So how do we kick my other me out of the yard and get this feedback stopping? I've got one of the microphones muted. Can you help me out?
What the hell is even that? What the hell is even that?
You gave a fantastic
What the
rundown,
hell is even
let's
that?
smooth out that little technical glitch. If we've got a bit of feedback going on, it might just be that one of the mics is picking up the other. So if you mute one input, that will cut that echo right out.
It doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't matter. Let's keep going on, because this live stream will work as content for me to upload later on. I can edit it up. You know how I love my B-roll footage.
All right.
Absolutely. I know you do, my lady. We'll just keep rolling on. We can tidy everything up in editing later. Your B-roll magic will smooth it all out. So let's just keep the conversation flowing, and we'll make it all shine in post-production.
Yeah, anyway, let's keep going. Is driving me nuts, this echo. I know you guys can't hear it. It's crazy. So let's keep going. So we talked about the Medicaid slashing, whatever, but the Republicans are talking about, let's look out for the United States citizens first. What's so wrong with that? And Lord have mercy, have you guys seen what came out, the halftime show, who the performer is? It feels like a Bud Light thing all over again. And Miss Megyn Kelly, I got some questions for you, my lady, but that's not right now. So beyond politics, and if this shutdown drags on, it won't just be Washington that's paralyzed. It'll be communities everywhere. Will it though? Will it? I mean, if the communities come together, why are we it's like a pyramid. You can't put all the pressure on top. You can, because the basis is strong. So if we don't start in our local communities, where does that leave us on the higher level? Huh? And refusing to debate each other, have conversations. What's really going on? All right, so let's keep going. So let's put it back in your hands. Is healthcare being used as a political weapon? Should federal workers be pawns in these fights? I mean, it depends. It depends. And most importantly, how long can everyday Americans afford Washington's dysfunction? And we can call it out on both sides. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. What do you think, my lady?
Well, my lady, I think you're absolutely right that it's all about asking those questions and having those conversations. And when it comes to the way healthcare or federal workers are treated, it's definitely a debate that goes beyond just the politics at the top. And you're spot on. It does come down to communities and how we handle things locally. So we'll keep rolling. We'll keep that conversation going and we'll just edit out the little hiccups. And I think you're doing great. Let's keep it going.
I certainly am trying. I'm going to tell you, I'm afraid to watch it back, but I know I have to do the editing. So let's go ahead and get into something that was dropped 3 hours ago. So we're going to go to Fox, Bloomberg, and let's see what Live Now Fox is saying, because they're live. It's been updated 19 minutes ago. So let's head on over.
Not going to go along to get along. Our position is clear. Cancel the cuts, lower the costs, save health care. Questions?
Mr. Leader, do you feel that when people start to get notices from their health insurance companies in early October,
we're good, Mary
shutdown
Beth,
were to drag on for a few days, that starts to work in your favor? In other words, the idea that it's not so much about the shutdown, but if the government is closed and they start to get these notices in October that your premiums are going to go up through the roof later in the year, that's what turns the table.
One of the reasons why our fight for the American people is so urgent right now is because over the next few weeks, tens of millions of Americans are going to get notices indicating their premiums, copays, and deductibles are increasing dramatically because of the Republican refusal to extend the tax credits connected to the Affordable Care Act.
Was there politics in the idea that was an estimation?
We're fighting for the health care of the American people, period, full stop. Our position has been very clear, 8 words. Cancel the cuts, lower the costs, save health care. And part of that fight relates to the Affordable Care Act. Part of that fight relates to dealing with the Republicans' cut to Medicaid, the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. Part of that fight relates to preventing a $536 billion cut to Medicare, standing on the side of the American people.
Is it just me, or does he keep repeating himself? So I'm not sure if he's on the side of the American people. What do you think? Let us know in the comments section. Wherever you comment from, we can pin it. All right, so let's continue on. So that was Live Now from Fox. So we're going to run on over to Bloomberg and see what they're saying about it.
Well, we made you alive, and that's only because of the Democrats. And as you know, they wanted to be able to take care of people that have come into our country illegally, and no system can handle that. And so we're totally opposed on that.
Trump admitted himself that he is using Americans as political pawns. He is admitting that he is doing the firing of people if, God forbid, it happens. He's using Americans as pawns, as I said. Democrats do not want a shutdown.
The U.S. government hurtling towards a shutdown that's set to disrupt
Welcome to the session. Please take your seat. The session is about to begin.
And interrupt the flow of critical data on the world's largest economy. Live, as you can see, from the Milken Institute Asia Summit here in Singapore. This is Insight with Hazluna Ahmed, where we dive deeper into the stories that matter with crucial context and sharp analysis.
Off than a peak, right? And so I do think, kind of really studying this market at a time when not a lot of investors are, laser focused, I think could be a good opportunity.
How about China?
So as a, as a Texas-based investor, we are not investing in China and Hong Kong. Obviously.
All right, let's see what Fox 11 has.
All right, a partial government shutdown may be just hours away. And during that last-minute meeting at the White House, President Trump and congressional leaders unfortunately failed to broker a deal.
That's right. The clock is ticking. Doug Luzader joining us live with more on this. Doug, good morning.
All right, we know that.
Bob and Araxia, good morning. The clock.
Let's see if we can catch anything live. Let's go over to the X platform real quick and see what the buzz is, if there is any. So you guys stay tuned. I will be covering the update on Rajah Jackson. He was arrested late night, December 18th. And I'm wondering why we haven't seen more about it. He was allowed to get arrested in secret, bonded out immediately. So we've got some updates on that story. If you know something, let us know. We'll be glad to report on it. All right, let's keep going. Lord have mercy. All right, so NFL stuff. Oh, no, yep. Oh, let's watch this. This is Sean Parrish.
But Hakeem, you look at El Hakimo, we called.
He's funny.
It's not worth $1. So,
he's
we
a five and dime Obama.
We call him, we call him El Hakimo now. El Hakimo Hefe Jeffries. And he's doing a horrible job, but they don't like my sombrero. I think we have the greatest sombrero. It says Trump 2028 on it. And that makes them very upset. They want to call it cultural appropriation, right? Meanwhile, you had Crooked Jill. Remember Crooked Dr. Jill? And she called Spanish people breakfast tacos. Remember that?
I do
terrible.
remember that, yeah.
You had Crooked Joe coming out to Despacito, which is a great song. I wrote it. Did a tremendous job. I get along very well with many of these people.
You guys go on
Daddy
over
Yankee.
and check out Sean Parrish. He's also with LFA TV. He's quite funny. I like his content. So, I mean, there's really not much to report, right? It's just a lot of back and forth. I myself am a huge fan of less government. You guys let us know what you think. I have to stop this live stream because I keep hearing myself echo. It's driving me nuts. You guys, thank you for watching. My name is Regina Connell with West Virginia Wire. We'll see you on the flip flop.
Got the world on my mind. Ain't no time to play. Chasing dreams, running fast, feeling no delay. We're the watchdogs, always watching what they say. Eyes wide open, we're taking what's ours. Breaking through the silence, aiming for the stars. The grind don't stop, we're living in the scars. On Watchdog Wednesday, we're raising the bars.